Hi, thanks again for clicking on the video access button. So let's jump right into this. I will talk about the service that we offer through United Credit Education Services, which is the protection plan. But before I do that, I also want to talk about credit, right? Your credit score, and also give you some information on how you can go ahead and start improving your score, okay? So with that said, let's just jump right into it. So the current U.S. financial statistics are as follows. Credit scores range from 300 to 850. The national average credit score is about 700 according to CNBC.com, which most of the people I speak to, it's less than 700, but that's what they're saying. A quarter of all people do not know how their credit scores are even determined, which is not good. And 10% of Americans are credit invisible. And what that means is they just don't have credit. They've never really built it. It's never really matured. And unfortunately, they are labeled as credit invisible, which sometimes can be worse than just having bad credit. So what do we know about finances? Well, guess what? Our formal education system did not teach us about personal finances, ownership, financial freedom, or success. Yes, we learned about algebra, geometry, history, and science, all great things to learn, but I really wish I learned how to balance my checkbook, or what real estate can do, or what's investing about, or maybe what my credit score can do to help me if I take care of it, right? But all I realized is going to college is get a credit card out and put everything on it, and hopefully the magic fairy will pay for my bill. Um, I don't know. Maybe I'm the only one who thought that way. Anyway, um, welcome to UCES. This is why we do this. This is why I do this, to educate you, and I hope you can get some nuggets from this. And United Credit Education Services, I believe, has done a phenomenal job in educating its clients, not just in doing it for them, but in helping them succeed to keep it the way it needs to be. What is UCES and the services that it provides through the protection plan? United Credit Education Services, for over 15 years, they are a 501c3, and they've been helping American consumers get back on track to financial stability. Our service has successfully helped to remove inaccurate, erroneous, and obsolete information from credit profiles, helping families reach their financial goals. And we are proud of our A rating in the Better Business Bureau. So this is a membership that focuses on protecting your credit, family, finances, and future. What does it include? It includes budgeting, credit restoration, which is our flagship service, credit builder, credit attorney, credit monitoring, debt payoff, financial lockbox, identity monitoring, net worth, savings goals, will and trust, and the YFL Family Mint. So this is our flagship service, credit restoration. Again, we are a 501c3 nonprofit organization, and our credit education services can assist you in communicating with the credit bureaus to remove inaccurate, obsolete, and erroneous items from your credit report, restore your score, and maximize your financial opportunities. Since 2004, we have removed over 1 million negative items from so many people's report. And that is a proud number that we boast about. And you can be a part of that as well. So let's talk about how your credit score is calculated. 35% is payment history, on-time payments versus delinquencies. This has more weight on especially your last 24 months of history. What does this mean? This means pay your bills. Do not let them lapse. Even if you cannot afford to pay off your credit card payment, pay the minimum payment. Pay it. This is for the sake of keeping your score where it needs to be. Okay? If you miss a payment, trust me, they report it. And if they report it, you can drop as much as 50 points for one late payment. Imagine two. So always, always keep an eye on paying your payments on time. 30% is capacity and amount owed, percentage of credit limits available. In other words, credit company gives you a credit line of $1,000. If you can stay under $300 a month in usage, you're golden. But the minute you go over that $300 mark, you are now a liability. And guess what? That creates a negative impact on your credit score. So you want to keep your balances under 30% credit utilization. Also, length of credit is 15%, how long you've had your accounts. A good friend of mine says that your credit is like a bottle of fine wine. It gets better with age. The more you have a mature credit, the more you're going to do better with your credit score. Maturity is key, but also new credit. Sometimes we like to open this line and open that line, but what you don't realize is that there is an algorithm that keeps you measured. So don't go credit happy and apply for new accounts. One here, one there is fine. Our recommendation is, especially if your credit score is not where it needs to be, don't go opening credit, a month after, and then you're doing it again a month later. So give it at least 6 months in between credit applications. So say you want to get a new credit card, get it now. You get it, great. Don't go tomorrow and open up a new line. Wait some time, and then you can open it again. But yes, new credit is also good for you too, and it accounts for 10%. But also the types of credit used, right? Installment loans versus revolving. 10% is also accumulated from that. You have to have a good balance. I hear some people that only want to have installment loans and they want no unsecured credit cards on their credit report. Well, guess what? That doesn't help build your credit. It's always good to have at least 1 or 2 credit cards on your credit, okay? As long as you keep track of them, keep track of their payments, and don't overutilize them, they're going to help you grow your credit score. And it's always just a good balance to have installment loans versus revolving credit. So you should know that credit reporting agencies are not government entities. They are private companies that utilize customer financial data. Okay, they're not the FBI. They're not the CIA. They're just because they're called credit bureaus doesn't mean they have powers that our government does. They are private companies that utilize customer financial data. Excuse me. Each credit reporting agency operates independently. They don't talk to each other, okay? Creditors have the option to report to 1, 2, or all of the agencies, but are not obligated to share information with all of them. This is why sometimes maybe your Experian credit report might be different from your TransUnion, or your TransUnion from your Equifax. Why? Because they pick and choose what they want to report to who, okay? And believe it or not, unfortunately, a lot of these companies won't report that you pay on time. They only like to report when you pay late. So if you want to build credit, a good tip is to maybe open up a secured credit card line. They thrive on your business, and what they make sure they do is they report to all 3 credit bureaus that you pay on time. So look into a secured credit card if you want to build your credit right away. But you have the right to review and dispute your items on your credit report. It is your credit report. It's not their credit report. It's yours. And there is a reason for this. The Congress enacted the Fair Credit Reporting Act in 1971, giving you the right to restore your score, giving you the right to dispute and investigate any items on your report that are inaccurate, erroneous, and obsolete. And this includes items like late payments, charge-offs, foreclosures, bankruptcies, tax liens, collections, medical bills, short sales, student loans, even child support, you would think, right? Anything that has reporting capabilities, judgments, right? Anything that has reporting capabilities that can affect your credit can be disputed or investigated. And the process that we use, which you can see in another video after this, is we use the power of the United States Postal Service. I know other companies like the electronic way, and I know you guys like the electronic way. But what if I told you that if you electronically let a company work with credit bureaus, you are forfeiting your right to sue those credit bureaus in the future? So the way we do it is the following, okay? If you sign up with our service, you will immediately have access to your dashboard, and you will give access to our attorneys and our service to access your credit report. And in that, they will scan your credit report and take all your negative items. And the great thing with us is that we create the letters for each item, each account, for each credit bureau, and we simultaneously engage these credit bureaus to investigate all of these informations on your credit report. It's not like other companies where they'll just do one or two items, and then next month they'll do another item with another bureau, and then the next, no. That's why we get so fast results. Our results are super fast. Some people say within 45 days, all three credit bureaus will be affected and your credit score will increase or will be affected, okay? And hopefully in a positive way. And but the great thing is you'll know in 45 to 60 days, not 6 months to 12 months, like I've heard. So what happens is they draw up your letters for you, they send them to you, you double check them, you sign them, you just follow an easy process to identify yourself, and you send them off in the mail. You wait 30 days, right, for the credit bureaus to respond, and 15 days after that, they will send you their answers, and all you do is upload them to the response team with our company, and they will go ahead and upload it and record their findings and update your account. And if they have to continue fighting, well, guess what? The process goes on. We do up to 3 dispute cycles, which can equal to about 6 months of credit restoration. This is what we see helps many people clean up their credit with all 3 credit bureaus, and their score can increase by a massive amount of points just by being patient and letting the system and the process play itself out. So that's what we do, nothing electronic other than you get an online portal which gives you all the information that you need to keep track of what's being disputed, and it also gives you all the information you need to continue to grow and to educate yourself in restoring your credit. And we can go over that in a moment. This is an example of the dashboard that you will be receiving. But let's talk about the products also that come with the protection plan. Yes, credit restoration is the flagship service that you get with this plan, but guess what? You get 11 other services included, not extra, included with this plan. You get budgeting tools. You get to track your income and spending by creating a personalized budget. Use your budget report to follow your progress each month and make the necessary changes to come in under budget, giving you more money to enjoy, to save, or to pay off your debt. This is a big reason why we overutilize our credit, because we are not budgeting. We were not taught to budget. Well, guess what? We got to learn. So it's important. This has helped me tremendously as I have been rebuilding my credit and understanding that if I budget, I will not have to use so much of my credit to live. No, because I'm budgeting, I'm able to use more cash to live. And that's always good, right? So You also get Credit Builder. Not only do we want to restore your credit, but we want to help you rebuild your credit. And this gives you access to an easy to understand format so you can utilize our extensive financial library and resource center to assist in increasing your financial potential. It also comes with credit attorney. This is a big deal. Our attorneys will evaluate your case for difficult to remove inaccurate items on your credit report. If legitimate, they will sue the agency to clean up your report, in which case you may be entitled to compensation. No more will you have to pay an attorney, right, to put them on a retainer to fight for you. Guess what? You have access to attorneys with our plan. You also get credit monitoring. This is for those that like Credit Karma. And please, oh please, I hope you don't base your financial decisions based on Credit Karma. You want to use a monitoring company that utilizes your FICO score, not a Vantage score. So your interactive credit report, right, and money manager and financial account alert system, right? This is what this is, and all of your online accounts are combined into one organized place with transaction and credit monitoring alerts sent straight to your phone. So you will always be up to date, right, every 45 days on what your credit is doing as it's undergoing the restoration process. This is literally like Credit Karma, but on steroids and reporting accurately. You also get debt payoff. Create a financial plan that will give you the exact payment guide to eliminate your debt quicker than you expected and save you from unnecessary interest payments. This is such a cool tool, guys, that you plug in the numbers and it will literally spit out an actual date of when you can be expected to be debt free. That is awesome when you want to plan for financial freedom. And it's just a great tool to have, and it's included in this. You also get Financial Lockbox. Roadmap your financial contacts and information in one central online location that can be accessed at any time. God forbid something happens, you give this tool to someone of your choosing, and they can access your financial information. Identity monitoring, this is huge. This is just like LifeLock. I'm sure you've heard of LifeLock, but we use a company called InfoArmor, and they have a product called Privacy Armor. And it is a proactive monitoring service that alerts you at the first sight of fraud and assists in restoring your identity. So guess what? You can, whenever you put, I don't know if you're like me, but I've been a victim of fraud more times than I can count on my hand, unfortunately. So every time I go to the gas station, I'm always messing with the credit card swiper to make sure it's not, one of those scanners that thieves use. I'm so like uh, anxious about that stuff because I've been burned before. But now I have a peace of mind knowing that I have Privacy Armor monitoring things for me. They'll send you alerts, right? And they will monitor your information in the dark web and in social media. So, and also it comes with that $1 million, right, identity restoration guarantee. So no more do I have to be paranoid at the gas station or wherever at the ATM, knowing that, someone can take from me. I'm being monitored. There's also net worth. Calculate your net worth by tracking your assets and liabilities and using our quick and simple calculations to see where you stand. Trust me, I thought having a net worth is only for rich people. Well, guess what? We should have a net worth too. If we know our net worth, maybe we'll make decisions differently. If we knew who we are financially, maybe we can, plan differently for anything that we may need. So this is a great tool to have. So as you can see, there's so many tools, right? And I think there's even more. Guess what? There is savings goals, right? We're going to teach you how to save for that vacation, right? We have a savings goal system that you can use and create multiple goals. But also, this is huge, will and trust. This is not extra. This is not separate. You have the opportunity to work with our attorneys to create a will and trust to ensure your family's financial security by creating a professional will and trust document from the comfort of your own home. And guess what? I just learned of some superstars that unfortunately passed away without a will and trust. Aretha Franklin, Prince, Nipsey Hussle. These great people that have made an impact in society did not, they left without a will and trust, and it's sad to hear that. And now their family has to, go through the court system to fight for their assets. And also, the YFL Family Mint, this is implemented in schools across America. You can now bring the Family Mint online. I know, just like my dad was when I was little, always trying to teach me about finances. Well, guess what? You have a digital platform to teach your kids right from the comfort of your own home how to save, what credit's about. All these financial tools you can teach them, so they are also aware of what they need to start working on and building towards. So what if I told you that all these 11 benefits, right? Not including the credit restoration. A lot of companies out there pay, a lot of people pay anywhere between $100 to $200 a month just for credit restoration. I know of people that have paid close to $5,000 in the span of a year to try to get their credit restored. What if I told you that you can get credit restoration and all these benefits, including identity monitoring, right? And also will and trust, right? You, all of this, debt payoff, credit attorney, you'll have attorneys behind you, right? Get all of this. Guess what? And all you have to pay is $188. That's it, $188. This includes your enrollment fee and your first month subscription. And thereafter, it's $89 a month. $89 a month. And what's great is that $2 of your monthly subscription goes to the Youth Financial Literacy Program, which provides literacy lessons to schools across the U.S. It educates students ages 8 to 18 on matters of personal finance. $2 from each monthly protection plan payment supports educational programs. And we award hundreds of thousands in college scholarships each year. And you can see right there that last year we've given close to 350,000. And I know that our founders are looking to crack 500,000 for 2020. So guess what, guys? We care of educating the future of financial literacy. So I just wanted to go ahead and at least present this to you. And if you're interested, what I want you to do is click the button below that you're interested in taking advantage of all of these benefits while we restore your credit. It takes you to a secured and encrypted location application where you don't have to worry about your personal information. You sign up there, and within 30 minutes, you should receive an email from UCES welcoming you, as well as giving you very easy instructions to get the credit restoration process going. And not only that, you'll be able to see on your dashboard, right? Let me show you. Here's my dashboard, right? You go into your credit restoration area, but here you go. You have credit builder, credit attorney, credit monitoring, right? Will and trust, you can get started, debt payoff, budgeting, identity monitoring, right? I mean, it's all here. So it's all electronic as far as tracking it, but we want to get you started on this process to build a better future. So I am going to leave it here. And if you're a little skeptical about this, no problem. There will also be a button where you can click and you can schedule a time to meet with me over the phone or through a Zoom video call. And we can go ahead and talk about any questions that you may have and hopefully get you started, because it just takes 90 days to make a great change in your financial future, and it can easily start with your credit.